I'm super, super, super excited about this next one because as a fan of Defender and things that are generally sparkly, this game is very much exciting me. And so please, without further ado, I'll hand you over to Mikhail from Housemarque, who's going to show you through Resogun.
So, yeah, hello ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mikhail from Housemarque, and I'll be joined on stage by Ian from Sony X. So, Housemarque is a Finnish game company, quite old actually, and we made a couple of titles you might have heard about. Anybody ever played Dead Nation? Heard about that one, yeah? All right, how about Stardust? Stardust HD? Cool. So our next title is called Resogun. So you see here on the screen. It's actually quite a different title from Stardust. It's a space-themed shooter, but it's more in the kind of, we don't have a sphere anymore, and a lot of things have changed. So we want to talk about how this came about and how that's a big, big new step for us. Briefly about Housemarque, we made these games with Sony, and we've been having a really good time with these guys for quite a long time now. And Stardust and Dead Nation being huge successes, we can actually afford to do something a bit bigger and a bit better. And now that being, PlayStation 4 launch title is really great for us. And it is the 20th year anniversary for Stardust series, so it's a really great time for us to do something a bit different too. So this is the demo that we're going to be showing off today. Basically, we're going to be showing off some of the stuff that you guys might have already seen or heard about. And we're going to have a bunch of the stuff that you haven't seen yet to make it just a bit more interesting. Ian, you want to take it away, and we'll start the game. So basically, as you can see there's multiple difficulty levels, more than one ship, and there's quite a couple of levels there too. We'll start off with the first level and just kind of bring you into what the game looks like.
Okay, I'll try not to die.
Yeah, he's been playing it quite a bit, but it can get quite hard, so don't give him too much hell if it's gonna not do that well. So let's watch for a little bit. You can crank up the volume if you want. Alright, so basically here you can see that it's a totally different world from the Stardust series. We're now walking around a sphere where we have like a cylinder. It gives you a strategic advantage in the sense that you can actually see what's going on in the entire field, and there's a lot of things going on, so it can get hectic, but in the end when you get much better at it, it really helps surroundings. Another thing that's changed compared to the Stardust series is that you can't really escape above and under the sphere, so there's specific limitations with this. As you can see, it's left and right, so the shooting's also left and right. There is no more. It's a twin stick shooter in essence, but still the shooting's only happening towards the left and the right. You're doing a good job there, Ian. Yeah.
First step, we're all right.
Another one. Well, Ian's going to demonstrate a couple of different weapons here for us too. Right now he's boosting. So boosting is probably the most, needed skill. I hope he learns to use it a bit better at some point. So if you look at the screen here, you can see that there's different skills. Like boost is highlighted on the left here, and bomb and overdrive. And basically boosting, you can either escape from enemies when you get into a tight spot, or you can ram through enemies. And the more you ram through them, you'll actually start comboing and your boost won't deplete as much. So you can actually keep going for quite a long time if there's a lineup of enemies in front of you, making for really, really cool stuff. If you can do it right, I'm saying.
We'll be all right.
All right.
What do you want, a long boost?
Okay. Right now, he's getting a power up here. So if you actually collect that human and then go get that power up. So every ship has their main weapon. Right now we have a basic weapon that gets upgraded every time you get a power up. So the main weapon is just simple as that, upgraded by the main power-ups that you can see in the main playing field. But the humans that you can see here, and he actually collected, he just gained a shield from that. So there's a kind of an alternative mission of gaining extra points by collecting these humans that are imprisoned at first, and then you can see them on this kind of green spire that's coming down from the sky. Nice. Oh, I spoke too early. But anyway, it's kind of a balancing act between collecting the humans and trying to stay in the hectic gameplay with all these enemies coming around you. Each level has 3 phases. As you just saw there, that was a change of a phase in between the 3 of them. And at every end of each level, there's a boss. So if Ian does a good job here today, I think we'll get to see one of those too. Can we demonstrate a bomb maybe right now? So that's a bomb, yeah? Bomb is a simple thing that you have a limited amount of. Currently we have 0 since we've been using a couple of those. But bombs are good for clearing out the whole screen, getting out of tight spots like this. Should we do some cheats maybe?
Let's do some cheats.
Okay, so to kind of get along with the presentation, we're gonna do something that only developers can do. Some cheats going.
Magic. This won't be in
exactly.
the final build.
All right, so maybe this will make it a bit more easier to demonstrate. It is, I mean, in the end, it's a fun, casual game. I think Ian's a bit nervous here, so let's give that up for you. He did quite well in rehearsal. All right, so right now we can see that our main weapon is upgraded, making it a really more colorful, more powerful type of ordeal. This is not the main ship you've been seeing in the trailers and such. This is quite a different weapon from that, and it is homing-centric, so it's not as clear as what your target will be, and very different gameplay overall, so choosing a ship matters quite a bit. Let's look at the... Can you do one more bomb?
One more bomb?
Or you want?
Yep.
All right. So the bomb, when it clears out the whole screen like that, you can see that there's no more enemies most of the time, and that's bothersome towards your combo point counter, which you can see on top center of the screen. So for anybody who's really hardcore into shooters, you know that you have to get the best points, be on the top of the leaderboards, and right now you zeroed your combo counter there, and that's really not good if you're trying to get the best score. There's a lot of intricate things that go into how the point scoring system works. We don't want to talk about it too much yet, but it's quite a complicated system, and I'm sure all the hardcore fans will really enjoy going through it. Let's do Overdrive, yeah? Let's wait for a couple...
I'm ready.
All right, let's wait for a bit more enemies to appear, and then we'll do Overdrive. How about right now? You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Don't kill yourself. All right. Overdrive speaks for itself. It is the ultimate weapon of mass destruction here. And basically, it is more tactical than the bomb. The bomb just clears the screen, but the Overdrive lets you combo on and actually continue to score in a different way. So this is, and that can be also upgraded, so it's quite a powerful weapon there. I think the Overdrive is pretty much my favorite thing. It's got the lightning things there. Yeah. Okay, so still, this is a shooter, right? And it's pretty simplistic, but what's really important to us is that we get the gameplay right. Like for us at Housemarque, gameplay is key, and everything else is just additional bonus. I mean, if you look at this game, it looks nice, it works nice, 60 FPS at 1080p, right? Full HD resolution. But it really needs to flow well. You need to have lightning fast reflexes, and you really need to have that 60 FPS so you see every single frame of action going down. It's really hard to get really good screenshots out of this game because it really speaks for itself in video format. So I guess we're getting closer to the boss here.
Yep. Sorry.
Nice. Sorry, I was distracted for a moment. That's quite a beautiful combo you did there. So here you can see the boss. I'll quiet down for a little bit so you can actually boost up the volume and we can see what's happening here. Give a hand for Ian. Right now you can see the peak of next generation technology, the whole level blowing into bits and pieces. That's actually over 100,000 voxels. I mean, a game like this, a lot of you might say, is that really next gen? But yeah, we made the whole level out of voxels, individual cubes with their own lights and all physics. It makes for a really cool ending scene explosion. So, how about for some new stuff?
Okay.
So I have to make a distinction here. This is quite an easily accessible game, but there are parts of it which you have to kind of train for. I don't know if you're the right man for showing this job, but let's try something. So there's different difficulty levels, and it's not just that it gets more health to the enemies and such. A lot of different intricacies go into it, and the difficulty level makes a huge difference. We'll tell you more about that in the future, and of course, levels, which we'll see a different one now, quite a bit different also.
Just to be clear, I'm going to cheat.
You're going to cheat again, exactly. So, yeah.
Save the last human.
Well, cheating's not bad this time. We'll give that to you. Actually, if you look at this level, it's conveniently ice-themed, even though you're cool as a cucumber over here. There's a lot of different elements in the level that make for so many different ways of playing it. For example, those frosty-looking kind of snowflake things, they have a big way of changing up the level gameplay. And this is, in essence, something that we try to differentiate quite a bit with the different levels. So a lot of new things coming out that way, and we'll keep you updated with all the details later on. I think for a Housemarque game, it's easy to say this is way beyond my grasp for some people, and some people are probably just right up their alley, and this is exactly what they've been waiting for quite a time. But in the end, we don't want to do games that hold your hand all the way through. This is not the most story-driven game, I must tell you. This is not Beyond Two Souls, even though we're going to love that and it's going to be awesome, but this has much less of a story element in it. But yeah, for us, it's important to leave a lot of stuff to be discovered, and I believe we're going to have a lot of things there that hasn't been told yet, so it's going to be nice, good learning experience.
I think that's a good point.
That's it, all right. Cool. So enough for today. Thanks, Ian, for showing the game. And thank you.
Thank you very, very, very much. That was awesome. I'm not Digital Foundry, but I think that's the most graphics I've ever seen. That was incredible. So yeah, that was awesome.
It's quite intense, yeah.
We do
Yeah,
have
we can
time
come
for a
over.
couple of questions, I think, or do you want to, you guys can go to the show? Yeah, do you want to do some questions?
Yeah, we can do some questions.
Yeah, we've got time for a couple of questions, if anybody has any at all. Just one just down there.
Two quick questions. The first one, will you support?
Well, sorry, can you wait till you get the microphone and then stand up? Sorry.
Hi guys, two quick questions. The first one is, will you support 3D? I think it would look really good.
I think we agree too, and I think it really helped in Super Stardust. Right now, we didn't really go into too much technical detail in terms of the voxels, but we really are pushing things. But the thing with Resogun is we want to get it out for launch. We want to have the pure gameplay available, but that isn't where it ends. We've got lots of things to talk about. And we've got plans to support, and although I can't confirm now, it's on a big wish list of things we'd like to look
Sounds
into.
good. The second one is, do you think we'll see a dedicated Vita version, or will you be relying on remote play?
Remote play is fantastic.
It's very good.
Yeah. Again, that's a really hard question.
Yeah. No, they're good
I'd
questions.
understand
But
if
yeah.
it had to be scaled down a little bit, but it would still be quite good to have a dedicated version.
Absolutely,
at some point.
and Stardust Delta on Vita was,
Yeah.
we're big fans. So yeah, we listen,
Thank you.
and it's thanks.
Thanks. Any other questions at all? There's one just at the back there.
If it's going to be really technical, I might as well give it to you then. No, but there's a lot of things honestly, for launch, we wanted to have a really good experience as a whole, so there'll be stuff coming out for launch, I'm sure. But yeah, go ahead.
Hi.
If you could stand up when you're asking a question, thank you.
Yeah.
You're giving the game away to PSN Plus members on launch day.
Absolutely.
Quite a risky move. Obviously, you want to make money out of this. Are we looking at paid DLC further down the road?
Again, like I said, we're planning on a lot of support. The PS Plus was a complete no-brainer for us. From Sony's point of view, it shows our commitment to it. But it's also, Housemarque have been working with Xdev for a while, and they're like one of our top-tier independent developers. And
Oh, cheers. I appreciate it.
I like it.
No,
being Plus means that more people are going to see this game.
it's going to be the biggest shooter by default. We just want to make it the best also. Honestly, it's one of those things that this title will be the next generation shooter, and for us, we will support it down the line. So for us, I mean, giving it for free or whatever the deal we have on this is not really a big deal. It's like, will you be playing this game 2 years down the line? That's what we're asking right now.
Cool. Thank you. Do we have any other questions at all? These guys will be downstairs and be there too.
One more question, sure.
Just curious, how much of an influence was Defender on the design of the game?
Well, quite a big one.
Very much.
See, okay, we can say this, that if you look at Super Stardust, it is sort of an homage to Asteroids to some extent. And I think this is, maybe...
We've been saying that, this is to Defender what Stardust was to Asteroids, but also to other classics like Datastorm and...
A lot of games. We play like Donopachi and a lot of different games. I mean, huge games. So I think that it's clearly quite a bit of Datastorm and Defender, but it's also a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Cool.
Plus online
Looks really good.
multiplayer.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
So we've got
as well. But
we've got a few prizes downstairs. So we're going to do the live stage, and if anybody wants to go, it's going to be a bit chaotic, but we'll try and get people up, and we'll do a quick high score chase. And
come down and play with us, and we'll give away some prizes.
yeah,
Cool.
we'll try.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you all for coming. A big round of applause to Housemarque. Thanks.
The beloved Empress dead.